of the most important things a speaker must be able to do is to immediately connect with that audience. Once the audience is engaged, they think to themselves, all right, this guy's good, this is going to be fun. They sit up, they're ready to listen and learn.
31, 41, 44, 8, 52. Hey, 31, 32, 52, 12, 7, 9, 2, 52, 34, 43, 6, 9, 50, 33, 43, 5, 4, 52. Yeah! Okay, from the four corners of this unbelievable world-class global Delta Airlines, 32 plus 7 is what? Plus 9 is what? Plus 4 is what? 52. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, what the hell was that all about, huh? What's this guy do? Hey, who's got that piece of paper? Do me a favor, throw it to anybody you want. What an arm. Grab it. Somebody pick it up quickly. Pick it up. Pick it up. Stand up. Stand up. I want you to think of any number between 1 and 1,000, any number at all. Think of one. Do you have one? Shout loudly. What is it? 596. Do you want to change your mind? Okay. Do me a favor. Open up that piece of paper and shout loudly what I have written on it. Say that again? Nothing, I know, but that would have been cool as hell, wouldn't it? Oh, I'm good, but I'm not that good.
At the end of the day, the folks in that audience want real takeaways. They need something to bring home and put to work in their own businesses. So in a nutshell, what do I bring to the stage or to the room? Well, real business experience and expertise. I owned and operated a national advertising and branding agency for over 20 years. I've sat on several boards. I was part of 4 startups, 2 of which went public. So I have that expertise. I have that experience. I know what it takes to be an effective leader, how to inspire and passion and empower employees to create that passionate and collaborative culture. I know what it takes to be innovative, to be disruptive. I know how to create that one-of-a-kind emotional customer experience. And I know how to be profitable and sustainable. But most important, I have the ability to take all of that experience and transfer it to the folks I am speaking for.
If you have anywhere in your corporate mantra that your mission is 100% customer satisfaction, get rid of it. Get rid of it. If you think satisfying a customer is where you need to be, get rid of it. If it permeates through your company, you're not going to make it, and I'll tell you why. There is absolutely no correlation between a satisfied customer and a loyal customer. None. Here's the definition of a satisfied customer. You know what it is? They'll stay with you till the next best deal comes along. That's it. You know what a satisfied employee will do? They'll stay with you until the next best offer comes along. You want to get them from satisfied to loyal. How do you do it? You shatter their expectation. But here's the question. How in the world do you shatter my expectation, let alone even meet it, if you don't know what it is? Here's a conversation nobody ever has with customers. Tell me something, sir, ma'am. What is your expectation of us? What do you mean? What are you expecting out of being a customer of ours, this relationship? Wow, nobody's ever asked me that before. Well, tell us. And then after you get some of this feedback, put it together and have a staff meeting and say, this is generally what people are expecting. Let's put a process together that blows those expectations away. Now what you're doing is you're taking people from satisfied, crossing that abyss, over to loyal. Look at that, huh? What is that? Somebody shout it out. It's a yard sign. It's a slogan. What's that? The billboard. It's a slogan. Guess what? You know what that is? That's a promise. You know what that is? That's a promise. Can I tell you something? These are not just slogans. And you hear all the time in your franchise kits, the brand promise. And then we take it lightly. It's the advertising. Please believe me that this cannot be taken lightly. This is a promise. And if you do not keep your promise, people have way too many choices, and they're just going to go somewhere else. this, the happiest place on earth. Now, you know when you go through Disney, you walk around through Disney, it's magical. I mean, it is just, you bring your kids. I'll tell you how magical it is. Do you know that they have about a 75% return rate from first-time visitors? Wow. That's amazing, since it's really not a cheap visit. Now, you walk through the parks at Disney and you're walking around going, you know what? This is magic. It's not magic. Do you want to know what it is? It's process. I can't tell you how excited I was to read all of the classes that you've got going on over the next few days, especially since I don't have to take part in any of them. But what you're doing is you're creating process. Now, here's why Disney is so amazing and magical, because they know process in their sleep, to the point where all they have to focus on is the magical experience. Walt Disney, a lot of people don't know this about him, he was obsessed with process. Obsessed. He said, we cannot possibly create a magical experience for every guest every time unless we have the processes that allow us to do so. I've got a question for you. Who are you? What do you do? And what do you sell? Now, I want you to think about this in a way you've never thought about it before. If somebody stopped you walking across a parking lot, they ran into you in a grocery store, and they said, hey, you look familiar. What is it you do again? How would you define what you do? And I want you to think about this. Could you define what you do in such a meaningful way that it actually creates intrigue? Could you define what you do for a living in such a way that it matters to other people to the extent where they're going to go, wow, are you kidding me? Tell me more. These are very important questions, and guess what? They're not that simple. I do a lot of consulting work. One of the first things I do is I walk into an organization, ask leadership to give me a little conference room, and I need 10 people. I only need a few minutes of their time, I tell them. One at a time, people come walking in. I stand up, I shake their hands. Honest to God, I have them write it. We do it in person, and here's what I say. Hey, I'm Scott. What's your name? My name's John. John, let me ask you a question. What do you guys do here? What do you sell? 10 people all working for the same company, 10 different answers. It's known as perceptual reality. You see, what you think you sell and what your customers would love for you to provide are usually two very different things. How well you think you're doing for them and how well they think you're doing for them are always two very, very different things. Do you know, in a national study not too long ago, nearly 90% of every executive said we provide a superior service to our customers. We provide a supreme, superior customer experience. When they turned the study around and they asked the customers, less than 8% gave those companies a superior rating. Perceptual reality. I'm going to show you in a little while what perceptual reality is and how dangerous it can be if we don't nail it, if we don't harness it. A couple of years ago, I asked you a question. I started off and I said, if somebody stopped you and said to you, hey, you look familiar, what do you do? I asked you, how would you respond to the question, what do you do? Today, I want to ask you this. If somebody stopped you and said to you, hey, why do you do what you do? How would you answer that? I want you to think about this. Why do you do what you do? And here's the question. As you're evaluating, as you're reflecting, is your why bigger than the what? In other words, is why you do what you do greater, bigger than, more important than the what, than the stuff you sell? Is the why bigger than the bottom line? Is the why bigger than you? Ask yourself this and be honest. All great, sustainable, profitable organizations are those who attract and keep passionate, intelligent, talented people. All great organizations, sustainable, profitable organizations, are organizations that have a culture of meaning and purpose. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to be working for a company that's trying to find a cure for cancer. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't matter what you sell, as long as the why is greater than the what. It doesn't matter. And it all begins and ends with you. Great cultures, sustainable organizations, organizations surrounded by passionate, talented, intelligent people are all the result of leadership.
The proof is in the pudding. After all is said and done, that audience is going to let you know whether they liked you or not. I love you guys, and I appreciate you having me back. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you, True Value. God bless. Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.